Hi guys. Woo! I made it to Tulum. So excited to be here. So I wanted to share this journey with all of my followers, my future followers. Thank you for watching. I decided to move to Tulum for a couple months, and here I am. I arrived on Monday. So I wanted to just kind of record my experiences so that anybody that is going through the same thing can really have the support and courage that you need to listen to your intuition. You need to listen to that guidance and really hone in on what you're being asked to and go all in. So a little bit of the backstory. I am a spiritual psychic coach, and I also do a lot of energy work. So I am a jack of all trades. I like to, or people call me your modern day medicine woman. But I started my journey about a year ago, and it unfolded very fast. A lot of things I had to let go, um, parts of me that I thought were part of my identity had been shifted. I started doing a lot of moon cycles and rituals and ceremonies and healing things. And the last October, I had done a full moon or a new moon ritual. And I had written on my notebook that I wanted to manifest traveling, that I wanted to manifest a soul tribe and really explore the cultures and the different energies in different places. And I listed the list of a few places that I wanted to travel in the world. And Costa Rica and Tulum was one of them. So, about 3 weeks later, a good friend of mine happened to message me and invited me to Tulum. And I was shocked, of course, because I'm like, I just wrote this on my manifestation journal. And it came true about 3 weeks ago, right? And so when spirit is guiding you or the universe is guiding you, God is guiding you, it's not logical, right? Because logical, their guidance doesn't make sense. And logical is just part of our human brain. So anything that comes from spirit, from the universe, is usually unlogical and scary. It's usually something that what's the word I'm looking for? Will make you question if you should be doing, and it will help you dig in and get the power that you are looking for to make such a huge leap. So I said yes to the opportunity. Um, Came out here, loved it, had a different experience because they had rented a huge house and it was away from the town of Tulum, which was great. I had an amazing time. And then I manifested in December a free trip to California as a gift. Went to California and back again in January, I was asked to come to Tulum again. And normally I probably would have said no because of the timing and I was doing a lot of coaching at the time. But something inside me was just like, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. So, of course, I came. And this time we actually stayed in the center of Tulum and we came in a big group and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. But for me, I found that my awareness was very different when I was here the second time, when I was exploring the town, when I was looking around and the streets, everything was very well defined for me and clear, and just the energy was amazing. So I didn't really know why I was feeling like that. I was just happy to be here. I was very observant, and I kept on communicating with my spirit guides to lead me on the path for my highest and greatest good, the path that is meant for me and my purpose in this earth school that we're in. And I get back to the States. I end up in Miami for almost a month. And as soon as I went back to my hometown, probably just a week after, I started getting that feeling again that I should, go back to Tulum by myself. And I had talked about it before because it was like an innate feeling that I was experiencing. And hi. Um, so I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this ego? Is this just me wanting to travel? And so I really sat with this question and the feeling for a while. And I kept on asking for validation, making sure that it wasn't my ego, that it was actually a divine timing, and that it was unfolding as it should be. And as I continued to communicate with spirit with what I needed to move, I asked for specific amount of clients so that I could make that transition and move and feel stable and steady and be able to pay for everything. I also asked for airfare for in a certain price range, and I also asked for an Airbnb that would be exactly my style, my vibe, that I would feel safe and comfortable in. And lastly, I asked Spirit, like, if you really want me to go, again, because our ego and our human side really starts to break apart these intuitive hits, and we start questioning ourselves. So because it was such a huge transition, and I wanted to make sure. So I asked Spirit, like, lastly, to please guide me in a healing ceremony that I would love to do, like in the jungle, and experience ayahuasca and experience some just deep healing for myself, but also so that I can ascend and continue to raise my gifts so that I could bring that to my clients and to my daily day life, and everything that I do. So within a week of me making that agreement with Spirit, I found an Airbnb. I found airfare that was wicked cheap. Um, and I ended up finding, what was the other thing? Airbnb. Oh, I ended up getting several clients first. Then everything unfolded, right? So the way things works is like, boom, I ended up getting several clients that same week. So that was one. A few days later, when I was looking for Airbnb, I couldn't find any. So I was just like, oh, that stinks. Looked only for a couple hours, and I logged off the next morning. I got a ping that there was an Airbnb that had just posted, and when I looked at it, oh my god, it's exactly my vibe. It's where I'm at now, and it feels juicy and amazing. And then after that, I bought the airfare, and lastly was the healing ceremony. So as I was dropping something on Instagram for my business, I noticed that as soon as I dropped something, a photo came up, like a small video of a boomerang, and it was a healing experience, in what it looked like a hut, a steam hut, and there was shamans and all this just beautiful music, and it just looked amazing. That I ended up getting like goosebumps as I seen it, and I'm like, wow, this looks like Costa Rica. I got to save this for my future trip. I saved it. And when I looked to see where the location was, it was in Tulum, Mexico. So that was validation, literally one day after the other. So Spirit called me out on my shit. And of course, I had to take the leap of faith because I knew I was being divinely guided. I knew I was being called to come here. So once I got those verifications, I had an immense feeling of joy, of unconditional love, of alignment. It was just amazing. And I decided, yes, I will move. And 3 weeks later, or maybe even a month later, here I am. And wow, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really plan anything. All I did is pack everything for work because I know that I'm going to be here for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but I know that my spirit's guiding me for a while to be out here. And I listen to my intuition now. I listen to my guidance because it has not failed me yet. Every time I ask spirit for validation or for something, it manifests very fast. And it's not because I'm special or because my gifts are more unique than anybody else's. It's because I've done the inner work. I really went in last year while everybody was freaking out about COVID, and I went all in. to discovering who I am, to figuring out my bullshit, to figuring out my insecurities, my anger. And I was really able to transcend all these emotions that were stagnant in my body. I did a lot of energy healings, I did a lot of overall health practices to get me to this place so that I could move that dense energy out of my body. And I was able to rise, to get more intuitive hits, to be more psychically connected, to be more powerful with my energy work. So it was amazing. And the minute that I decided to go all in and face my fears, spirit just kept on rewarding me. So it's been amazing ever since then. Um, of course, we all have our ups and downs. I'm not saying that everything's amazing once you are in your spiritual journey. It's actually one of the toughest things I've ever gone through, because who likes to look at themselves and really understand from a deeper sense the root cause of everything else, the root cause of why you think that way, the root cause of your reactions. Everybody should be doing this. Everybody should be in a self discovery and enlightenment journey. And because of I did that, and then it was so intense, and I did so many courses, and I really just went 199% in. Here I am. And I took that leap of faith, regardless of the fears that were coming up. I did have an innate feeling that this is what I was meant to do. And I felt safe. I never felt scared. Did I worry? Yes. But I know how spirit works now. I know how things are received and transmitted. So it's not uncommon for you to experience these gifts and quantum leaps, but not know the how or the when. That's when you have to trust. And by trusting, I am here, and I got the Airbnb, I packed, and that's pretty much all I planned. Well, wow, the first week was more than I could ask for. The energy here is vibrant, it's loving, it's light, it's healing in itself, just being here. I came by myself, obviously, so I met a few people already that were divinely put in my path so that I can that do the same thing that I do, that have the same energetic vibration, and it's just been amazing. So I met a few people, I met some locals, and I've just been living the life here, getting up early, working out, seeing clients, taking a lunch break, going down the street, and having beautiful lunch or dinner, riding the bike or moped, the beach 10 minutes away. I can't ask for anything else, right? And it is a culture shock, because us in the US, we're so used to going and going and going, and not taking time for ourselves, and not sitting in our own thoughts and our own emotions. And so it's so nice to have that here. It's so nice to bring this experience to all of you guys, and to let you know that fear is always going to come up. Fear is an emotion that we experience just like anything else. And so when we learn how to process these emotions and ask why they're coming up and go get to the root cause, these emotions literally move out of your energetic body, out of your energetic frequency, and you no longer experience them, or not no longer experience them. You just re, experience them a little differently, right? So I have just this innate knowing that things will unfold exactly how they should be, and I'm just soaking it all in, and being here proud that I have made such a huge leap by myself, because I've never even lived by myself. I never experienced anything like this, because I was married at 16 years old, and I went from, my parents' house to being married for 20 years. So this is definitely a new adventure for me. And I'm so glad that I'm supported by my angels and my spirit guides and the universe, and by every beautiful soul that I continue to meet in my journey. And yes, so here I am, and I'm going to do these once a week, just to give you an update on anything that has happened, any synchronicities, anything that comes up, just to share, and also to have for future references for me to look back at and just be like, damn, I am fucking proud of you, girl. You did it and you are doing it. And I'm no special. I'm not any more special than anybody else, although my energy's thick and my healing gifts are amazing. So if you want to work with me, if you want to tap into this juiciness of a high frequency and change your life, well, contact me. Find me at mindfulserenityhealing.com. Find me on social media at Sormar, mindfulserenityhealing.com, or email me at mindfulserenityhealing@gmail.com. So sending you guys all lots of love from Tulum. Hoping you guys are all having an amazing day, and thank you for being a part of my journey. And I wish you guys all the best and have the power to listen and let go of these attachments that we have and these expectations and needing to know everything, and just kind of trust through the inner work and everything will work out just as it should. So sending you guys love and light from Tulum, and I will see you next week.